5, yep, which is the quarterly performance reporting for quarter 2, a report that Cabinet will be very aware of. I talked in the item just now about being able to monitor the commitments we make. This is a very lengthy document looking at how we are performing against our KPIs, which are derived from the corporate plan. And that's what I was going to say on it. There's a lot of detail in there. Happy to take any questions. I've got a feeling Councillor Dunn's going to draw out an individual item, getting there first. But I formally move the report. Councillor Dunn, do you want to second it?
Yeah, happy to second the report. Shall I speak now? Yeah. Look, you don't have to scroll far because it's the first item in the appendix, which is the borough-wide borough-wide carbon emissions, which I just wanted to comment briefly on tonight, because this is a new piece of information. It's an annual target, and it's something that we just have got the data for the year 2022. So we rely on government data for this, which is why it's a couple of years behind. Obviously, calculating the carbon emissions for the whole country can take some time. And so we can see from this that the carbon emissions for the borough in 2022 had decreased by 3% compared to 2021, which is a small decrease, but nevertheless a decrease. And the commentary there says that this is due largely to decarbonisation of the electricity grid and the rollout of renewable energy. And the good thing there is that we know that's going to continue. We now have, thanks to the new government, we have GB Energy. We have a target to be producing our renewable energy as a country by 2030. And so that decarbonisation of the grid will continue. In tandem with that, we have to be doing things like reducing gas use for heating housing across the borough. And of course, the other big carbon emitter is transport. And as you know, or as hopefully residents will know, we have been consulting recently on our new transport strategy, which again should help us to reduce the carbon emissions from transport, help us shift to more cleaner, sustainable forms of transport, particularly walking, cycling, and public transport, and of course making sure that public transport is as environmentally friendly as possible. So things like rolling out electric buses, making sure that people have access to reliable train services, ensuring that people feel they can walk and cycle safely around the borough will all help with that. On the homes, the gas that is used to power currently or to heat the majority of homes in the borough, that is another big challenge, very big challenge. But we have two very big projects in the pipeline which are going to address that. And one is our NetZero Neighbourhoods project, which is leveraging private finance, a mixture of private and public finance, really, in order to retrofit homes across the borough and provide renewable energy sources, renewable heat sources for them. We had a big showcase day just recently, because we are a pilot borough for NetZero Neighbourhoods, along with a few other areas of the country. We had the Deputy Mayor for Energy and Environment, Mete Koban, come along to see and talk to our residents who've been involved in helping us shape this. We've recruited resident researchers who are helping us, they're paid to help us develop this strategy, and they work with larger groups of residents in some of the pilot areas that we've identified for this. And the second big project is the heat network project that we are currently developing feasibility for, a heat network that could potentially, if all goes to plan, could serve big parts of the borough with renewable heat source. So it's all very exciting. There's still a long way to go, but something that I am very enthusiastic and positive about.
On that note, there's little else to say but to play you out to a nice little tune by Jethro Tull.
And the sandcastle virtues are all swept away. Hey. In the tidal destruction, the moral Malay. Hey.